2018, the Ghana National Platform decided to implement a training program. As part of activities to disseminate pest management practice to smallholder farmers. The aim is to include smallholder farmers, the marginalized, in the production of oil palm in Ghana. The platform identified agric field officers for disseminating this information. And so we decided to have a Trainers of Trainers program for oil palm growing areas in the country. The first training program was held in Ipra in Kumasi for Brown Ahafo and Ashanti region. The second was held in Takoradi for the Western and Central, and then the last one was organized for the Volta and Eastern regions. The training covered raising the seedlings from the nursery, and so nursery management, identifying good seedlings. Also, it covered transplanting, land preparation, and also fertilizer application, and then management of the plantation and field, including pruning, harvesting, and the use of equipment. 8 months down after the training program, we are following up on the trainees to see how they have used the knowledge and skills in the field, especially imparting on their colleagues in the office, supporting smallholder farmers, and also supporting in the raising of seedlings. We initially called all the trainees, and all of them are doing fantastically well. They are doing something. So we selected 4 of them to follow up. We went to the first person in Bosompie district.
After the training, I came and briefed other staff, other colleagues on the program I went for. And then the district assembly has helped us to establish this nursery, which I'm standing in here, and I am very instrumental in setting up this nursery that we are all seeing, all because of the best management practices training I attended. I gained the knowledge from that place, and I am using it to establish this nursery.
They are now registering the farmers, and when the seedlings are ready, they will give it to the farmers and also support the farmers in transplanting and also the farm management. Yeah, we also visited Mr. Champon in Ahafano South District. His activity is very special because for him, he is supporting the district and at the same time a company. When he came back, he realized that the farms, the smallholder farmers in the area are not well managed because of lack of funds. So he linked the company with these smallholder farmers, and they had a scheme where the company supported in managing the farms and then buying the nuts from the farmers for processing. We also visited the second farm, and then in the farm you see that the trainee supported in clearing the farm, doing the right pruning, and then you could see that the yield has increased. The farmers satisfied that the yield has increased. You could see that the farm is very clean, and also, good yield is coming out from that. He in turn also, through the presidential initiative to support other farmers and also linking them to this company so that as they produce, they will have ready market to buy. From there, we went to Obuasi. We visited Mr. James Bwedu, who is also using his knowledge very well. According to the director, when Mr. Bwedu came, the district had already selected the oil palm, and because of the training he had, he was made in charge of that program in raising seedlings. We went to the field, and Mr. Bwedu is raising about 8,000 seedlings for farmers. And he's using his skills At the same time, bringing in the NAPCO personnel. The NAPCO are these graduates who have completed university and they are doing internship. So as part of the internship is using them, involving them, and then also transferring the knowledge to them. They hope to raise about 25,000 seedlings for farmers. And their plan is that they will increase the seedlings to about 100,000 and cover a number of farmers so that they can be a hub or a key oil palm producing district in the country. From Mr. Boedu, we visited Mr. Abankwa in Sabah East, who is also leading the same process in Sabah East. When he came back from the training program, he organized a mini training program for the staff. And Mr. Abankwa intends to organize a bigger training next year for the staff, the first staff, and the farmers. Currently, he's raising about 8,000 seedlings as part of the activity to also support the planting for export and rural development.
Aside the training we'll give to the technical staff, we plan on training farmers. The farmers who will benefit from this, from the supply of these seedlings, we'll train them. And this is the beginning. We'll set up training for them in nursery management, and also when we supply them the seedlings, we'll train them so that they'll be able to manage their farms in terms of how, even planting, digging the hole, how they'll plant, how they maintain their farm when the oil palm trees grow, how they'll do the pruning and all those things. We'll take them through all those trainings.
This program is being implemented by a three organizations, ProForest, Solidaridad, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And together we can support these trainees to disseminate best management practice to smallholders so that they can play their key role in the development of oil palm in the country. We also believe that the training that we are giving them and the backstopping will also help them to support the district assemblies to achieve their target of planting for export and rural development.
The ministry has been a partner to the TFA, and as part of our commitments to help with deforestation in our sourcing, we are collaborating with ProForest to undertake a training for AES. These are agricultural extension officers. These officers are the officers who work with the farmers on the ground to make sure that their production is done sustainably. The ministry is involved in training of AES and then as well as farmers. Being a part of the TFA APOI makes us to be able to help these farmers to produce sustainably. This follow-up is very necessary for us because as a ministry, we need to know what is going on with our farmers. And then having trained these AES, we need to know what they have done with the knowledge that they have acquired. So coming to the field to see what is going on is very encouraging. And then we know that the AES are also going to pass on this knowledge to the farmers.
The objective of TFA 2020 APOI is to support development of oil palm, at the same time looking at the environmental aspects, removing deforestation from the supply chain, and creating wealth for our local communities. So the training that we've implemented, the follow-up, and then the further training that we are going to organize, and then the backstopping will help us to achieve both our TFA APOI objective for the country and also support the government in its objective of planting for export and rural development, and also inclusion of smallholder farmers in the whole process.